Stun duration increase from Blast Vault. And wow, I just think that was such a good round. I'm like blown away here from that Uldur. Oh, it does get her to use the really smart. So she does it over the wall for the invis. And so his Q is down. Now's the time to put on the pressure. A little bit of damage coming out into the Eva, but Eva did have her shield up. There's the Time Bender again. And now big damage. Good adjustment here coming out from the blue team. And the Tractor Beam coming out, putting a little bit of damage. There's a Petrify as we see the EX abilities being used here by the teams, and just misses that snipe turning onto the Eva, but a ton of damage still coming out on the Uldur as the camouflage follow-up does get the double stun, the incapacitate stun. I think it was actually a little bit of a miscommunication, but they turned it into a great combo as a lot of damage now coming out, and they are able to finish off that Uldur. So great adjustment coming out here from Joker and the Thief as they're able to bait out the Q and put in some big damage. So I'm really impressed there. I was really wondering how are they going to be able to get a lot of their damage with Uldur continue to put up his Q and absorbing that snipe and then throwing it back in their face. So let's see, increased movement speed when you land. He also has got the boomstick, so attack speed when he zaps. Rejuvenating Sand, so the cooldown. And also has Renew, which gives you a heal over time. And then the root from Sandbomb, which is no surprise here. So he went offense, the movement speed, and then Toxic Blade. So I actually haven't seen him use Toxic Blades. Maybe I'm not paying attention well. But we'll see what ends up happening here. As again, that beginning poke coming out, goes in material and stops the snipe. I think you would have hit that quite possibly. And gets the Time Bender to come out. Will the snipe come out now? And she's taking a ton of damage herself. And they're just doing a ton of rushdown now onto her. She's down to one hit already. Jade taken out. Holy cow. Eva, you do so much damage. There's to incapacitate the stun follow-up. How much damage does Eva already have? 125. Actually, a lot of it came out there from King Yo on Uldur. So they reposition themselves. Is he going to be able to steal it? Not able to. Just barely doesn't steal the orb. And so now they have map control. There's the Deceit. Is going to push him back. Not going to hit the incapacitate. Good job there by King Yo, again playing Uldur. And a little bit of pressure being put on by Croak, but this is going to be really, really difficult. And again, Time Bender's the stun. That is just heads up play all around there. Ton of damage now coming out. He's falling back. Maybe he decides to, I thought he was going to kill himself to the goo. He does not, repositions, does not hit the incapacitate, and again, just in a really tough position, not able to steal the orb, and decides to just take his fate. That was a really tough position to be in for Croak there. So the red team goes up 2-1. That is Nuba Troopa being Eva and Uldur. I love this team comp. I was surprised a little bit to see an Eva this early. I thought we'd definitely see one, but I didn't expect myself to see one so early. So nice job there. It is 2-1 in the lead for, like I said, Nuba Troopa. We'll see how does Joker and the Thief respond to this. I think they responded really well last time and adjusted their play a little bit. And stealths in. Will the snipe come out and does absorb it? Does he throw it back? He's not able to throw it back because the stun. Oh, there it is. He does throw it back and hits Croak with it. So Croak eating a snipe that he normally wouldn't. And dodging the snipe there with that speed boost because of the haste. That's pretty nice. Was just able to get by that snipe there. Let's see what happens here. Incapacitate. Oh, and she actually canceled it. There's the stun combo. Whoa, huge damage coming out on the Uldur. So I really like this follow-up that they do here. Here comes the EX again. There's the incapacitate. There's the stun. The follow. Oh, man. Blew up Uldur. There's the snipe onto Eva. Eva gonna be able to dodge those ults though. Able to hit a rocket, not able to hit the EMP, and I think she's just struggling right now. Yeah, Eva. Ooh, good try, Eva. Is she gonna be able to get away? That haste again, man, making her so fast. I didn't realize that the haste re-triggers. That's pretty cool. And there's the incapacitate stun. Oops, sorry, my camera work was really bad there. But the blue team does bring it back even 2-2. And again, they're just adjusting really well after these losses. I am just thoroughly impressed. So as you see, Kiza doing 292 damage. That's pretty good. I think she responded really well. So let's see what they end up going for. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets the heal, but he's not using his ultimate much. So I don't think that's going to matter. The heal coming out here for Jade. The Sands of Time, I'm not surprised by that. And then grants a shield. I'm not surprised by that either, but we haven't seen Eva use her ultimate at all. We actually haven't seen the red team use any of their alts at all. It's going to be able to space away and avoid that snipe. They've been using their EXs, which we know can be quite good. So Eva putting on some big damage here is going to get a snipe, going to get healed back up here by Uldur. The blue team does get the orb though, which is big for them as they do not have any heals. So let's see though the stun coming out onto Jade. Jade's going to pick up a little bit of the health packs as she goes over there. And a little bit of pressure coming out onto the Uldur. The incapacity does happen. There's the stun. And a second stun from the snipe. Big damage coming out onto the Jade. However, the incapacitate went on to Croak, so they weren't able to finish her off. And she's just barely able to stay alive as now they're putting counter pressure on. There's the flamethrower. And she's going to leap away and get out of there. But Uldur does land an M1. And Croak now mounting back up. They do kill the orb. So red team's going to get a little bit healed back up. There's the stun. And Croak again having just a really difficult uphill fight here. We'll see. There's the invis. There's the ultimate. And will she get it? And she doesn't have her jump up in time. And no shield or anything either. And Uldur didn't have the ult. So now it's a 1v1. This will be really interesting to see how Croak does here. And I'm sure he's going to try to get this orb. And walks in front and eats the M1. So he does get the orb. I think that was big because he needed the energy. And putting a little bit of pressure now onto the Uldur. M1 coming out from Uldur, trying to pressure him back. Here comes the incapacitate. He does hit it, waiting for some cooldowns to come back up. Gets the stun, a little bit of pressure back onto him. Needs to land an M2. There it is. So he's going to get a little bit of healing, not a ton. And eating another M1. He has his ultimate now. Will he use his EX or his ultimate is the question, because his ultimate does heal now. And so that will be really important from him if he can hit it. Oh, he's going to use the deceit. Gets pushed back, though. The goo coming back in more and more. Leaps out of the stun. However, Uldur's at full health. This is going to be so difficult for him. He's dodging the M1s. Tries to leap away and leaps right into the M1. And Uldur is going to make it. So that Nuba Troopa is up 3-2. Really good round there from the Croak. Realizing that Eva did not have her leap. So she couldn't avoid the damage. And was able to heal up off that a little bit. Also able to do a little bit of damage. Just really good round in general. I'm excited to see. I mean, this is just a great matchup from these teams. We're seeing really high caliber play coming out here from the EU as Eva does jump the snipe and tries to put out a little bit of damage, does get the stun. M1's now going to do quite a bit of damage. They try to do some counter pressure. She's going to use her Q to heal up, and she canceled the snipe again, and it's not going to hit it, and then she purposely misses that one. So Uldur does not get to throw it back in their face, and red team is going to be able to get the orb, and she had her shield up, so she didn't take a ton of damage from that, but holy cow, look at all that damage coming out from Uldur onto Croak, and Croak tries to get the incapacitate, does get it. They're trying to set up a combo here. They're not able to set up, though, because they're a little split up as Jade and Eva were dueling, and now the stun coming out. Huge damage putting out on the Croak. Eva going to jump back in. There's going to be the incapacitate, snipe, stun. Huge damage. Ultimate coming out and not able to get out of there. And they realized that her leap was down, and that's what I was talking about in the first round, is that I was kind of surprised that she got the U-turn, because U-turn makes your movement so predictable that it can be really difficult for you to actually dodge. Like, you think it's good because you can go somewhere, you can go back, but as you're coming back, you're landing in a very prescripted place, and so yeah, it can end up actually making it easier to hit you. As I said that, though, Croak was able to grab a couple health pellets, heal back up a little bit as Jade continues to put pressure onto Uldur. Uldur using his EX there to... Oh, he didn't actually put his Q up. I think he thought she was going to cancel it. Does grab one of the ults. Is able to jump it. That was really smart. Croak now coming in, putting in a little bit of damage. Will they get the kill? There's the kill as the M2 hits, tying it up 3-3. Nuba Troopa versus Joker and the Thief has been a really wonderful match to watch here, guys. I hope you're enjoying it. And please, again, if you guys want me to do anything different with the camera, things like that, let me know, because I will gladly adjust so that way you have a better viewer experience. So just be sure to let me know, guys. There comes the snipe onto Eva, wisely not picking Uldur, as she has been absorbing a lot of different things, or he has. Uldur, is Uldur a he? I think Uldur is a he. He's kind of like a it, right? I don't know. Anyways. Good poke here coming out from Eva as the orb does spawn. They're going in on it. Blue team's able to grab it, which again I think is just so important for the team as they have no healer, and not able to hit the incapacitate. Just missed as she uses her jump to get out. The ultimate coming from Jade. Croak gets blown up absolutely immediately there. The time bender is grabbed. He leaps, just misses. He casted it just a second too early, And there's the EXM1 coming out onto Jade. Jade dangerously low as she does pick up a health. Snipe coming out. It's going to be leaped. Silence coming up, but I don't know if that's going to be enough for you, bro, because they are hunting you down, and they do get the kill. And so that is going to be 4-3 in the favor of Nuba Troopa. So again, another just really good, strong round. So let's see how this goes here, as Nuba Troopa is 1 round away from taking victory. Will Joker and the Thief be able to come back and get this round and force a rubber round? As early on the queue, taking a lot of damage, going to leap in to get the stun, or leap out rather to get the stun. Eva comes in there to hit with M1s, is going to fall back, and the EXM1 again hitting Croak, putting in some pretty good damage onto him. As the snipe is not going to steal the orb. Oh, they finally got it with the M1s. That was a really good steal there. I thought the red team had it for sure, but they're not able to get it. As again, they're just kind of vying for middle here. And I think they're trying to play a little bit more passive, not trying to overextend. As Croak comes in, puts in some big damage. The ultimate coming out here from Jade, however, she gets petrified. A little bit of follow-up. The EMP misses there. Jade's able to steal the orb again, which I think is just big for the team. There's the incapacitate. They switch targets, though, and he's able to absorb the snipe and just misses, throwing the snipe back into Croak's face. I really thought they were going to burst the Eva, because Eva is not able to steal the snipe, and so I'm just really surprised there from the target picking. And they tried to adjust to each other there. I don't know, are they in team chat or in some way? I would think so. And another good steal there from Croak. I think they got 3 of the last orbs. That is just really good. There's the silence coming out, the snipe, and he's going to cancel. I thought for sure he was going to go on Eva, forcing a leap. There's the leap there. Camouflage coming out. There's the stun. There's the ultimate. No, the snipe. There's the ultimate. 1, 2. Oh, man. Uses the... That is really smart. I didn't even think about that. He can use his R, the tractor beam, to put a shield in front. And now she is getting dangerously low. Jade in the bottom corner of the screen is taken out by Uldur. The ultimate just missing from Croak. And, oh, man, if that would have hit onto Eva, that could have possibly been game. Grabbing a couple health orbs. And gonna try to survive. This is his tournament life here for this round. Does get the stun. Gonna try to follow up onto Eva, as Eva is low. I think that's wise. However, the red team just got the orb, which is, man, so troublesome for him, as it increases their maximum health. Trying to come in here with the incapacitate. The time bender's up. Not going to be able to do that, so kind of wasted some energy there. But gets rooted, leaps away, grabs a little bit more energy, takes a huge amount of damage, though, for he's going to have to leap over the wall or something here soon. Gets the stun, not going to be able to push them in. Dashes through. M2 not going to be enough, as it does give him a little bit of heal, but will be taken out. So good job here by King Yo, as they get the victory over Joker and the Thief. And I just